Good evening, everyone. So crazy to me that it's already November 1st. It seems like this year has been flying by for me. I know it's been a tough year for all of us, and at times it seems like it's gone slow, but I'm looking forward to getting this next 2 months done so that we can get rid of 2020. I'm sure a lot of us are like that. So, let's see. The reason why I'm on tonight, I want to talk about what's coming up in this week's future and let you guys know where I stand with everything. I've been very fortunate to get a lot of the medical care that I need to be able to leave here, and I'm excited to announce that I will be leaving. I'm excited to announce that I'm leaving the hospital on Tuesday morning, which will be amazing to be able to continue forward. The medical staff has been really great for me and been very helpful. They've, again, I keep saying it every video that I talk about them. The food here is amazing. 1 second. Daniel Hurd, 4789. So you know.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. So I just got my dinner, but we'll talk for a few minutes before I go do that. But I wanted to talk about the fact that I am leaving the hospital, under my own leg power, as much as I'm going to need. I'm using a cane right now, which unfortunately, I walked a lot yesterday. I felt confident, and I really think I walked probably almost a mile throughout the whole day yesterday. I walked a lot. Today, not so much. I pushed myself a little too hard, I think, yesterday, but it didn't hurt. It felt good. And so I'm going to take today as a rest day. I've been moving it when I need to, and it's stiff, so I'm just kind of taking it as it comes. So I'm excited that I will be leaving here. I will be getting picked up by some personnel through the Department of Public Safety, which is the state troopers here in Arizona, and then being taken from there to Holbrook, where my bicycle and everything is. Well, what's left of my bicycle. So I'm going to take all that stuff and go through it on pretty much half a day Tuesday by the time I get there, and Wednesday going through my belongings, taking photos for documentation, and seeing what's worth keeping and what's not, and moving it to where I need to get it to and shipping it where I need to go. So I'm thankful for all the support, because it's going to help me get these items to where I need them to be. And then the ones that aren't available to be salvaged will most likely be discharged from there. Wednesday night, either I'll get a ride back to Flagstaff, either that or Thursday morning, depending on the timing, what is more convenient for my driver, whoever is picking me up and dropping me off. But I will be getting Thursday. I will be visiting my surgeon doctor, so that he can look at my leg one last time before I leave the state of Arizona, and redo my dressings, because I'm going to try to do my dressings on my own tomorrow while being supervised. But to be honest, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very hard for me because of my tailbone. I have to wrap my toes. I'll switch it around. I have to wrap around from my toes there all the way up to my thigh about here, and then gauze it, all these other things, and then I put this straight brace on so I can't bend my leg. And I'll be wearing this brace here for the next 6 to 8 weeks. My stitches, my staples will be in realistically until December 1st. So about 4 weeks. My other leg isn't too bad, which my bandage is coming off. You guys don't want to see that yet, so I won't show it. But I gotta get that redone. And so this is gonna be on here. This is gonna be how I'm gonna look for the next 2 months, realistically. Pretty much the end of the year, pretty much New Year's. I will have the opportunity to. I'm good. I mean, JJ, I am doing really great. I'm better than I ever could be, especially for the amount of stuff that's been going on. But so my goal is to get this brace off here around New Year's, and I will start my rehab to get my stretching in. Pretty much ultimately I have to stretch my leg for the next 3 to 6 months after I get this brace off, so I can get mobility back and stretch that skin slowly without overdoing it. So I got a long process to go. At a minimum, it's 6 months, depending on if there's any complications or anything that, I'm gonna push myself safely, but I'm not gonna overdo it because I don't want to damage it further and go backwards. But ultimately, I'm hoping 6 months, but it could be up to a year. With that also being said, I'm thankful for Gold Star Mothers again for their support and getting me in touch with DPS and multiple organizations, but just trying to get people to see that there's still good people in this world. That's something that I've been showing and talking about my entire journey. And if you watch the news, you never see that. So this is the news brought to you by Lieutenant Dan. There's still good people in this world. Most of this plan that I'm talking about today, I didn't come up with. People came up for me and just asked if I would accept it. And of course I am, because I'm thankful that I'm even having people do this for me. So after Thursday, when I get my surgeon to look at my leg and change my wound again for the last time, just to make sure that I'm good before I leave the state, I'm hoping to get on a plane Friday from here in Flagstaff to head to Dallas, Texas, where I will be met up with Chris from the Heart of a Volunteer Veterans podcast, where I'll be staying with him. Thankfully that he's got space and he's excited and willing to let me stay with him, and I'm thankful for that as well. So hopefully I'll get picked up. I'll be being picked up from the airport from him, and then from there spending time with him and getting ready and preparing my podcast that I will be starting through his podcast. It'll be a segment called Movement Mondays. So I'm trying to get that all squared away and all planned out. If you have a cause, if you're a veteran that has a cause, doesn't per se have to be veterans, but if you have a cause that is a movement that needs to be a movement, feel free to reach out to me. And I am so Jones. I'm glad I'm okay as well. It's been a tough road, but it could have been worse. So I'm thankful for it. What we got to do is we're going to try to motivate people to join this movement, get people motivated on Mondays. So, this, I hope, will, for all those people out there that struggle with the day Monday, I hope that you guys will be willing to listen to my podcast and find that motivation, even if Mondays is the hardest day of the week for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and that it will be hopefully as I get it prepared, and thankfully Chris will be helping me as well to get that ready. I will hopefully have that every week with a different guest and co-host, talking about causes and missions. And the first one we'll be doing is OPAT movement, of course, and talking about what led to me doing that. Obviously, you guys know it, but for everybody out there that doesn't, we're going to talk about it. So it's going to be it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. Once I get settled in, I'm probably not gonna have many people come visit me on Chris's property because I want to be respectful. But if people do want to meet up, we can meet up outside. Go explore or whatever it is that we can do. I'm thankful if people even do to come see me, and if they don't, I'm okay with that as well. But I already know there's a few people that are definitely excited to have me back in the Texas, Oklahoma area, that region, because I'm literally on the state line. So it'll be good. It'll be great to keep that going. And it's just a matter of taking it as it comes. That's the plan. Plans change. You got to adapt and overcome to it and accept it as it happens. So right now the plan's what it is, but it could change tomorrow. It could change Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It could change any day of the week or at any point of the rest of this year, which I don't anticipate, but you never know how the world will go. And we never know with everything happening within this next week. So just taking it as it comes, and I feel really good. I'm thankful that I feel as good as I do, even though today's been a tough day of movement. But like I said, I pushed myself probably a little harder than I should have yesterday. But it was Halloween, and the medical staff here, they take the opportunity to help lift our spirits. They help get us better. They get us out of the hospital, back home with our friends and families in most cases. And I wanted to my appreciation to them. I tell them every day, thank you, and I sincerely mean it. And I tell them these things. But yesterday it was about giving them something, even as small as a piece of Reese's, to let them know that I appreciate everything that they have done, not just for me, but for everybody that's here on a daily basis. And some of these medical personnel have been doing this for, like for instance, my nurse today has been doing this for 45 years. That's a lot of dedication to helping people, and especially in these type of environments, sometimes that's hard because of higher level things happening. But I'm also thankful for them as well, because I got to apply for VA assistance, which I didn't even think I would qualify for, even though I wasn't sure if I would, but I'm thankful I did. And also at the same time, the assistance from the hospital in case any other bills that potentially weren't going to be covered may be covered. But at the same time, my staff, my lawyer team, which will be helping me through the process of figuring out what I got to do to make sure that all those things are covered, that my everything else gets taken care of, and go from there. So it's just again, one day at a time. Today was a great day, more so relaxed, and it's just been a blessing. So something I always bring up, and I'm going to continue to bring it up at the end of my things, is with everything that's going on, we all know somebody or have known somebody in most cases that have dealt with depression, unfortunately, maybe even the thoughts of suicide or taking their lives. Our goal is to make suicide safer communities. That's the goal of myself as Ride with Dan USA, but as an organization, as One Pedal at a Time movement, and through our affiliation with Living Works Education. Our goal is to make suicide safer communities so that we can try to get people to we're not going to stop suicide right away, but prevent them from getting to that point where post help is needed, and helping them to learn coping skills. We want to make sure that they know that they are being heard, and that's why I love. For a long time, I hated my last name, but I'm thankful for it, because it's time to be heard, and we all have a story that needs to be heard. So that's powerful. I think that as much as as much as I struggled with my last name for a long time, I'm embracing it, and I'm using it to help others and to show people It is. It's time to be heard. But we can't do it as individuals. I know I got a lot of people that support me, and I'm thankful for it. But we need to do this as a team and as a community, as a movement. Nothing will change unless we do it together. So that's what I want to try to do. Is I want to get people involved. I want to get people to understand that it's okay to ask that question. Are you thinking of suicide? And we're doing that through through the program called START. START is the starting setup to get you familiar with seeing potential signs and how to handle those signs. And at the same time, giving you resources to be able to go back to even after you finish a course to find the information to be able to help somebody in need. So that's what we got to do, guys. We got to join as a team. We got to join as a movement. And the way we do that is through education. We have to become more aware and more understanding of what's going on in the world and around us in our communities. We're not here to fix people's problems. If we can, awesome. But a lot of times we can't. But just being willing to listen, judgment free, that's huge, judgment free. Be willing to listen judgment free, and we don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with what they're talking about. You don't have to understand the thoughts of suicide, but just be willing to listen and be willing to have a conversation. And that's why I love the other organizations like Free Listening and Urban Confessions, because that's what they do. Urban Confessional does free listenings. They do a lot of that stuff. I love them for that. And also Free Listening project is to get people to understand how important it is to listen. Something that we, in my opinion, as a society have kind of fallen back from, but also I see it coming back as well. I see the fact that, especially this year, I've seen more people sharing their stories during September, which was Suicide Awareness Month, about their own struggles. People that I never even knew that were struggling at times, that I follow on my social media through friends or through influencers. So it's important to share your story, because you never know what other people have gone through, and you never know who you're helping by sharing your story. I don't want you to think sharing your story is not a weakness. It's not making you vulnerable. It's making you stronger, and it's going to make other people stronger and more realization so that they share their story. In my 2+ years on the road, this year I've seen more people sharing than ever before. So we're definitely doing something. Things are happening, but we need all of us to do it. We can't rely on myself or certain organizations that everything will be okay because they're taking care of it. If you're not willing to be involved, then we'll never be able to get involved. We'll never get able to get the movement going to save these people and people in general. It doesn't have to be for suicide. It could be for a daily conversation. Someone's having a bad day. We need to be willing to listen. So if you're interested in the START program, I encourage it for everybody over the age of 16. And that's only because it's a lot for anybody under that age. I think that it's a hands-on online program. So it's not like actual hands-on, but you're getting the experience with multiple different scenarios. You deal with 4 scenarios in this course, and each one of them have their own individual reasons and all that information. But then you have to learn how to, and you get coached through it. If you struggle and don't know what to say, there's ways to get help so that you can figure out how to do it. So I encourage it for everybody. If we could give it to all people, I would love to. But for this course, it's for 16 and older, as far as I'm aware, unless it's changed. But it's important, and that's how we're going to make a change. I'm not saying that you have to go and talk to anybody and everybody if you do to get START program certified, but just being able to be available for your friends, your family, your coworkers, maybe somebody that's passing by that just looks like they're having an off day, just those people. If we had every single one of us doing that within our mini communities, this world would be a lot safer and a lot safer from suicide. So again, I hope that you guys get something out of this. Again, if you are interested in that and want to learn more, check out start.opatmovement.com. Again, start.opatmovement.com. And then again, if you're interested in that, we will, one, if you want to pay for it, you're more than welcome to. It's a $20 course at this time, but for every 4 people that do the course, OPAD is able to give away a free course. That being said, right now we're trying to give another 30 courses away before the end of the year. So don't be shy, and that's a minimum. If I had 40 people come to me, I'm going to give 40 courses. But if I get 100 people coming to me, I'm also going to give 100 courses. So don't be shy about it. If you're interested in learning more about it, please join me. Please join the movement. Join us in being part of the change. And other than that, guys, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope the time change didn't affect you if you have that time change issues. Thankfully, here in Arizona, they don't do that, so I didn't have to deal with it. Still waking up at 5 a.m. anyways, because I got med flighted from mountain time to this time, and so it was waking up at 6 in the morning before I got here. Now I'm waking up at 5, and that's just my internal clock. So again, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate everybody's support. I just hope that we can get it to the next level by giving you, any of you, my followers, my viewers, anybody that sees this post and any of the other ones I've done, education to be ready for those friends and family and loved ones and coworkers and anybody else that you may cross paths with, the help that they may need, or at least the conversation listening that they may need. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Tomorrow being Monday, don't let Mondays bring you down. It's only 24 hours, and if you have struggles with Mondays, look at it as a reason and ways to stay positive. So stay positive, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and stay tuned for more updates. I'm trying my best to do that. So God bless everyone, and have a great evening.